Hi, I'm Iceberg, and welcome to the Iceberg Hour. Everyone, please welcome Miss Tiffany Roney.
Yeah.
Hi,
hey.
Tiffany. How are you?
Good. How are you?
How have you been?
Great. How about you?
Oh, I've been hanging out.
Yeah.
Working with people like you, interesting people.
Well, great.
That's good.
Great. I enjoy working with interesting people like yourself.
Oh, I appreciate that. Introduce yourself and tell my audience where you're from.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, my name's Tiffany Roney, and I'm originally from Kansas, but now I live here in LA.
And what type of work do you do?
I work in music, film, and executive assisting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And in what area particular with the music?
Yeah, with the music, mostly songwriting, and my focus is kids' music.
Oh,
so
okay.
yeah, I love writing and singing for kids. I also do for adults at churches and bars and anywhere else, but kids is really like where my heart is at, and that's really where I've gotten the most feedback and been able to write for some children's curriculums and get to perform in like churches and write songs for VBS. And,
Wow, that's a
Yeah.
lot. That's a lot. Do you write your own music, or do you
Yeah.
do covers?
Sometimes I tend to be more excited about, even when I first started like playing guitar and stuff, I originally was doing originals because I was just kind of singing out like what I was thinking or what were like my prayers to God or things like that. And so then also I've like learned other people's songs and enjoyed playing those as well.
When you was in Idaho, is it?
Kansas.
Kansas?
Yeah.
Did you pursue your acting or music career there?
I didn't really like pursue it. It's just sort of like, things that came to me kind of. I guess you could say minorly, but like, for example, I was lead in a small movie there, but that was only because I was working for the newspaper, and the guy making the movie, the producer, he came in and wanted to talk to me to get some like press in the paper about it. And by the end of the conversation, he was like, oh my gosh, I don't have the lead selected, but you'd be perfect for it. Do you actually want to be the lead? And I was like, oh, sure, So things like that. I did try out in like the all-school play in high school, and I was the lead in that and stuff. But I didn't really start like really pursuing it until I came out here.
Oh, okay. I looked at your video and I saw you working with the kids. Is that something that you chose to do?
Yeah. With that as well, it's something that I sort of would always like find myself doing. And the kids' music actually started because I didn't know I was writing kids' songs. Like I was just writing whatever songs I came up with, and I performed at an open mic in Kansas, and it did never cross my mind that these were like kids' songs. It was just like kind of like cheerful and simple and stuff. And someone afterwards was like, oh my gosh, like that was amazing kids' songs. Like you should make an album. Like you'd make millions. And I was like, what? Okay, cool. But as far as working with kids, I've ever since probably I wasn't a kid. I was like playing with kids, and then I was not a kid, and then I was working with them.
Do you have children?
I don't have children, but I do have a bunch of kids I'm related to. So like you'll see in some of my videos feature my nieces and nephew, and they're all different races. They're adopted from different countries.
Oh wow, that's cool.
And I help with kids at my church. I go to Radiance International in West Hollywood, and so I'm on the children's ministry team there.
Wow.
And I love serving with kids wherever I can.
And you do play guitar? You used to play
I do.
guitar?
Yeah, I do play
You
some guitar.
now?
Yeah.
And when you play guitar, have you self-taught yourself to play guitar, or have you had a teacher?
Some of both. I actually had a teacher for a while. His name's Steve Fansler, and he's actually a great music producer and stuff like that. And so I've enjoyed working with him on some of my originals, as well as him just like teaching me some methods. But yeah, it's kind of funny you ask me, do I or did I used to? It's kind of like in the middle, because lately when I've gone and played places, I've had people back me up who are better at it than me. And so I can focus on like the songwriting and other things that I do. And then I just like play guitar well enough to like accompany myself if I need to. But.
Oh, wow, that's cool. That's cool. You ever thought about doing soundtracks for films?
I have. I've just like come up before with kind of just like humming like what I feel like would be the soundtrack of a movie or whatever. I haven't done that. I have done like written the song, like the background instrument of like a commercial, and then of course like I write my own songs that I sing to and stuff. But,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, that'd be
That's
cool.
How long have you been in the business?
It's hard to say, but as far as I've been in LA a little over a year. I moved to LA in October 2018.
You've been out here a year, and you doing all this?
Yeah,
that's great.
yeah. So it really helps that before I really moved to LA, I was visiting when summer 2018, and I got to go to Launch. It's a ministry school of Radiance Church that I'm now part of, and that really kind of got me connected to some of my best friends and some of the best connections that I made. So that it's called Launch for a reason, because then when I actually moved to LA, I was kind of ready to be like launched into things. So I definitely attribute like God for sure for a lot of the open doors and things that I've had where I've been able to hit the ground running on certain things.
What advice would you give a young girl coming into the business? Keep it hard now.
Keep it hard.
Keep it hard.
I mean, how you just mentioned God, I would definitely say, seeking the Lord and seeking Him for like what your plan is supposed to be, and not trying to like be anybody else or whatever, because we all have like a unique gift and inborn talent. And if we just kind of hone that and focus on that and don't like get distracted, because I think for young girls, I know for like myself growing up, it's a little bit of a journey to kind of find your own identity, or you're like, should I be like this person? No, but I don't really look like them. But I don't sing like that person, whatever. But like whatever, you look and sound like, and whatever, ideas that you have, like we're all just like so like brilliant and special, and just like discovering that and trying to seek the Lord and stay focused on what He has for them.
By working through the church, have you mentored any girls?
I mean, I helped with middle school girls, like in my hometown church back in Kansas. Out here, we don't really, we have like one girl who's in high school, but she's like 18. And other than that, then we'd have like a few little kids. So haven't really, when I meet younger, like there's a younger girl that I met on set the other day. She's maybe like 20, I'm 30. So, I don't know if we call it like a mentoring, but we had like a good conversation, and like I prayed for her like upcoming year of 2020 and stuff, and I want to stay in touch with her. So not formally, but glad to pass along anything I know.
Oh, wow. That's good. That's good. A lot of times when you work with children, because of the way the world is now, parents are protective.
Yeah.
Have you ever met an overprotective parent?
Not really. I feel like a lot of things that I've done with kids have been, through churches or schools or something where like the parents did like sign them up for it, So it's not like I'm like kidnapping their kid, like, come, I'm gonna help you or something, So yeah, I don't think I really had any issues.
You mentioned that you copyright your music. Can you go through the process to maybe help our viewers understand what it takes to copyright their material?
Yeah. There's people that do a lot higher level complex processes than me with like ASCAP and BMI, but I've just registered with the U.S. Copyright Office and also sent them through email and just sending to other like people that I trust, that I'm close with. I'll send an audio file of like the MP3 of me. Sometimes it's just me singing it or me singing it with instrumentation, and also the lyrics all written out. And that will stand up in court as far as it's clear it came from me on this date at this time, like I created it. So then if there was any issue of someone copying it, I could like hold that up.
Oh, okay. So a lot of people know that method. That's what you're saying?
I think they can find it online. I think I just discovered it through conversation with people, trying to figure out, okay, what's like something that's like cheap but like will work and quick enough that I can keep things going through the pipeline but make sure I'm kind of protecting myself at the same time. Oh,
okay. Let's talk about your comedy skills. Who inspired you to do comedy?
For growing up, I would always like have people tell me that I was funny, or like my name's Tiffany, but like some of my friends call me Tiff Funny or whatever, So like, but my favorite comedian is definitely Angela Johnson. I'm hoping to meet her at Be the Salt conference because she's gonna be there with her husband, like doing a little thing. But I'm definitely inspired by her. I feel like whenever like I watch her or any other comedians, I also really like Dusty Slay and Jim Gaffigan. There's a couple that come to mind. Guy I walked on them, Brian Regan. So there's a lot that I listen to, Mitch Hedberg. Definitely whenever I like watch those comedians, then I feel like more inspired and like I'm like, oh, I'm thinking about things in a funnier way, because like I think whatever we input to our minds, then it kind of like goes with our own thinking, and then out pops something new. But those are some of my inspirations.
You remember, I don't know if you do or not, Roseanne Barr?
A little bit, yeah. I didn't follow her a lot.
Do you think her comedy is cool? Or?
I haven't looked at it lately. Like, I feel like I was pretty young, like, when I came across it. I just remember that she was funny. I remember her being kind of, like, loud. Like, I remember what she looks like. Yeah. I probably thought she was funny. I should, like, look her up.
Yeah. Would you ever one day want to do your own sitcom?
I haven't really thought about doing my own sitcom, but I do want to grow my own kids' TV show. So I have a kids' YouTube show that I just, right now I'm putting out about once a year, but I'd like to, like, get that up to, like, once a month or something, but eventually I would love to have like a network, like fully produced like kids TV show, like a weekly show or something like that.
Wow. What would a normal day look like?
It varies so much, which I'm sure like everybody in this business says. Get up, think about going to the gym but not go yet. And then like check my messages, because some things move like so quick. You know, if you don't like check like your phone and your email, there can be things where like you check it like 3 hours later and they're like, oh, we just booked someone, but we thought of you for this commercial or whatever. You know, so like check that. And then when I am satisfied that there's nothing urgent, then read the Bible. And so I just try to read, like some days I read like the proverb of the day, or sometimes I like to look up like whatever topics like I'm thinking about. For example, like there's a role that I've been looking at possibly doing a really like tough chick, and she's like really just like cool, you don't want to mess with her kind of thing. And so like then I looked up in the Bible, like who are tough girls of the Bible, like Deborah, who like rescued like all of Israel, and she was just like awesome that way and stuff, like valiant women. So but yeah, so a little bit of the Bible time and just praying over like any, you know, we all encounter different situations that we don't really know how to handle or whatever, so just praying about anything like that. And then after that, just doing, then going through more of like my emails. It's probably like a lot of details, but it's just like a lot of different like detailed things if I'm not booked. If I'm booked that day to like be in a commercial or like set of a TV show or something, then all my other stuff is like out the window and I just get ready for that and I go to that. But if I'm not booked, you know, then I may be working part of the day on a song that I'm writing, maybe doing some executive assisting where I do like social media and like web content writing for a while. At some point in the day, I'll go work out.
Now you say work out less.
A lot of times I go in the afternoon, you know, because like if I'm at my computer or sitting a lot of the day, sitting, singing, playing guitar, writing, whatever, then I feel like it's ingrained from growing up in school. You know, you get out of school at 3. Around 3, I'm like, I can't sit anymore. So like, that's when like I'll ride my bike to the gym and like lift or go for a swim or something and bike back. And
wow, you're doing so much. How do you separate all that and organize it?
Yeah.
Because it sounds like you're very busy.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's one of the things that college like helps me with, even though I'm not technically doing that much of what I went to college for. You know, if it's almost like if I looked at each thing as like a class, you know, like when you're in like school like that, you have your assignments for each one and you have your deadlines for each one and you got to keep it all straight. And so it's kind of how it is for me. It's like, okay, I have my different clients I take care of, a CEO who I work for, a woman who runs multiple businesses that I work for, different people like that. And then I keep like a spreadsheet of like my self-tapes that I need to get done and make sure I get those in on time with those deadlines. So it definitely is just like a lot of scheduling and just seeing like who needs what. And sometimes I feel like, you know, it's from the Lord. I'll just have something like come to mind, like it just keeps coming to mind, like I really need to work on this project for this person, you know, and then I trust that like, okay, they probably need it soon, or that's going to develop into something. So yeah, just keep everybody I work for happy, and yeah, it's working out.
You know, I like every other word come out your mouth is about the Lord. You know, and that's good. That's good because young women, young people, period, you don't hear that. Yeah. And it's good to hear. You hear it more from the old school cats.
Yeah.
You know, but hearing it is very refreshing, coming from a young person.
Thank you.
And I really appreciate that. My mom, she just passed away recently in Louisiana, and my sister told me she used to read 100 scriptures a day.
Wow.
100. And I'm like, I know pastors don't read.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's amazing.
So that's really loving God.
Amen.
Loving God. That's
she
really
sounds like she was an awesome lady.
Well, she was. She was. I never got to go see her much in Louisiana, being in California, having the dream, you know, and working. So it's kind of difficult to just pick up and leave and go back. But I have a lot of people, a lot of friends I played football with, basketball, great athlete, past. Just, you know, a lot of times you reminisce on that. You know what I'm saying? So you miss it. And then after going into the military, I knew when I was in the military, I wanted to come to California and be an action star.
Ooh.
I got in shape. I've done martial arts films.
That's so cool.
You know, so I lived that dream. And one day, one of the guys that I, in my platoon, called me, got my number off of Facebook, and he called me and he said, hey, Big Kink, that was my nickname, Big Kinky. And he said, guess who I got with me? And I said, who you got with me? He said, I got Big Jack. I got Bennett. You know, he was calling guys in our squad. And they said, was that you in that movie? Like, Which one? I was like, which one? And one thing they told me that I'd forgot. And he said, man, when we was in the barracks, you used to always say, when you get out the military, you're going to go to Hollywood and be in a martial arts film. And I'm like, really? I said that? It was like, you said it.
Wow.
So dreams do come true. You just got to pursue them.
Yeah.
Is there anyone out there you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, gosh.
Put you on the spot?
Yeah, sure.
All these
Totally.
people you've been talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You got a book. You want to go get your book?
Well, let me see here. I would like to give a shout out. Well, definitely I would say Christy Given, who I just spoke with on the phone, who has been, before I got here, and she has been someone who's been an inspiration to me. I mean, I read her blog called Hollywood, the Hollywood Scoop, all about God moving in Hollywood before I even moved here, and then met her when I got here and stuff. So shout out to her. Shout out to my great friend Anthony Salerno, who has produced a lot of my music and film and produced a lot of my life. Which makes me think of my parents, who literally produced my life. I've never said that before. But yeah, shout out to my mom, my dad, my brother Lane, my brother Scott, and Sarah, and all their kids. And yeah, those are some of the amazing people. And shout out to Radiance International that I mentioned. Thank you so much for launch, just getting me launched here in Los Angeles. I love you guys.
Oh, I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank
you very much, and continue success.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with our next guest. Hi, I'm Iceberg, and welcome to the Iceberg Hour. Our studio guest today is Autumn Alba. Hi, Autumn.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. Introduce yourself to our audience and tell them where you're from.
Okay. Hi, I'm Autumn Elba. I'm 15 years old and I'm from Fullerton. I'm a singer, and my first single was released this last year, and it's called Mine.
It's a beautiful song. I heard it on social media.
Thank you so much. It's so sweet.
Are you very popular at school?
Not really, because I just started at PCHS, which is a homeschool. So
Okay.
I go twice a week, and I go Mondays and Thursdays, and I'm in their theater program, which is super fun too. So keeps me acting and staying active with that stuff.
How busy are you in the industry?
I feel like I'm starting to finally pick up a pace. I feel like I'm starting to do stuff once a week, or at least every other week. Just trying to get every gig I can.
Oh, okay. Do you concentrate more on projects that fit teens, or are you looking at adult films also?
I'm trying to pick stuff that's obviously good for my age group, and just trying to pick stuff that can outreach and help kids be relatable.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah. Are you like a mentor to the girls in your school? Somewhat?
I try to be. I mean, I try to be there for people and just be a person that people can come to. I mean, I feel like that's just really what how I can help people, and just, be supportive.
What do you feel, because you seem like a very intelligent person, how do you feel about the, I guess, I don't know if I should say it, bullying in school?
I feel like it is something that definitely needs awareness brought to, and that's why I'm with the anti-bullying campaign called Champions Against Bullying, and it is a campaign that brings awareness to bullying and also to suicide in teens, and it helps outreach to high schools and middle schools, and it just helps bring awareness. And I think that is something that's really important, because a lot of kids just really need to know what the differences are, and know when you're being bullied and what to do, and all of the things that comes with that. So I just feel like bringing awareness helps, help people fully know what all that brings, I guess.
What drew you to the music industry and entertainment industry?
I feel like what brought me to that was just, when I was little, I started when I was 7 years old, and just seeing all the kids in my local community center get out on stage and do musical theater and stuff, and I was like, I want to do that, and it looked super fun, and it was just something that I've always loved to do, and it's just something that is fun for me. So yeah, I feel like that's what kind of brought me. Musical theater was a thing that really inspired me at first, and then it just kind of grew, and then it was like a chain reaction.
Oh, okay. Do you have a certain artist that may have inspired you or you follow?
Yeah, I feel like Bruno Mars is really inspirational. He does a lot of really pop, happy music, and I really love that about him. He is so inspirational to all teens and just people in general. So
Even
I love him.
his lyrics?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I love him so much.
You like pop music? Do you do pop music?
My single, I would say, is more of a pop song. Anything I can do. I sing country, I sing pop, I sing alternative, but right now I'm focusing on pop music.
You know, country music is booming right now.
I know.
You ever thought about doing a country album?
I have. I'm just kind of taking whatever I can get. If the road crossed where I could do a country song, I would be down to do it.
Do you have a manager?
I don't actually. I don't have a manager or a what do you call it?
Agent?
Agent. I don't
Okay.
have either one. But my mom's been helping me with a lot of stuff and just getting connections and meeting people.
Well, that's your manager. And your mom, your manager. I talk with her. She knows what she's talking about.
She's a pretty awesome mom. I love her so much, and she's so
very
supportive.
Cool. Very cool. How many, if someone wanted to buy your album of music or even see your video, where would they go to see it?
They would go to Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. You can see my music video on YouTube, and Spotify, and iTunes, you can download just the song.
Are you on Facebook?
I am on Facebook.
You're on Facebook? Because I asked you for your Facebook
it's under
request.
Autumn Elba.
Oh, okay, okay.
So my Instagram and Facebook are under Autumn Elba as well. So
If you wasn't doing music, what would you be doing?
I'd definitely be acting.
You would be acting. If you wasn't acting, what would you be doing?
Then I would go into dermatology.
Oh, okay.
Something completely off base, but I would do either acting or modeling. And then if, entertainment wasn't for me, I would definitely go into dermatology and really pursue that. Science is my favorite subject, so.
The song you sang on your YouTube video, what made you pick that?
I feel like for me, I just wanted something that was upbeat and catchy and relatable and just something that was a really happy song. Because I feel like right now, there's not enough happy music out there that you can just, it's just something that brings joy. So I wanted to bring something that was relatable to teens and just upbeat.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you have brothers and sisters?
I don't. I'm an only child.
Oh, wow. So that kind of makes it easier for moms.
Definitely. Definitely.
manage you. Are you with Cinex Casting? You ever heard of Cinex?
I'm not.
You're not?
What is that?
It's a casting company. They do films.
Oh, wow.
And they're in Burbank.
Okay.
After the show, I'll give you the information. But it's Cinex, it is Central. And you need to get in those.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first got to LA, my agent got me into Cinex. I used to rap.
Oh, wow,
And
that's awesome.
We used to play the Music Machine,
Wow.
Scientology. I mean, we was going everywhere. And once my agent got me at Cinex, I started doing bit parts in films.
That's awesome.
You know, and that's where everybody started knowing who I was. They
Yeah.
didn't know my name, but they knew I was in this movie and this movie.
Yeah.
So that would be a good avenue for you to check out.
Definitely.
And Cinex does a lot of, I'm not sure if they do a lot of work with Disney, but I know they do a lot of children films.
That's
especially
awesome.
haunted films.
Wow.
Yeah, you look like you could do a haunted film.
Oh,
You're innocent, but that's the ones they check out. The innocent ones. What did you want to be in 3 years with your music and acting? 3 years.
I would love to get booked in a movie and maybe even be a talking role and stuff like that, like actually get a full role in that. Yeah.
Well, you got to get an agent.
Yeah, I know.
You got to get an agent.
And if I were to do that, then I would also, in 3 years, I'd also love to have maybe an album out, like another album, and maybe even be writing some more music, maybe just dabbling in a couple different areas and just really, outreach. And I would love to just maybe have a couple more music videos out, maybe even be doing live performances. That would be awesome.
Have you done any live performances yet?
I haven't done any live, I used to do a couple concerts, but I haven't done any live concerts with my own music.
Mm-hmm.
I've
Just
done
cover?
musical theater.
Cover music?
Yeah, I do a lot of musical theater, so I do that. But and I have actually sung for the Ontario Reign, the national anthem for them.
Oh, okay.
And that was a huge event. I sang for like 5,000 plus people, and that was so amazing.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Because they got performing arts centers that do musicals all the time.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with those? Like
Not a little
I think
bit.
they got one, La Mirada.
Yeah, I have
That's a
heard
big
that one. It's a
That's
huge
a big
one.
one.
Yeah.
And there's one in LA, of course. There's about a few of them in LA. But what I'll do when I get home, I'll look them up and send your mom the information.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so sweet of you.
This show is about getting young artists like yourself exposure. The more exposure
Thank
you
you
get,
so
the
much.
faster you'll get famous.
Oh.
But don't seek fame.
Yeah.
Just do it because you enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Because once you lose sight of that enjoyment, you're not going to want to do it anymore.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to bring other people to the game with you.
Yeah.
You know, encourage other people to get out there. And one of the best things to do, first time I did stage, I freaked out. Because too many people were.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, oh man, I can't look at these people.
It's
so I
nerve-wracking.
focus on a certain area, and I
helps.
just stayed like that for 3 songs. I didn't turn away anything. And when the people started cheering, I felt better. I
Yeah.
was scared to death. It's so hard doing live performance.
Mm-hmm.
So you ready for that?
I feel like I'm starting to kind of get ready for that at least, and I feel like I'm starting to learn what that's all about. And I feel like if I could do that in 3 years, that'd be amazing, because it just would bring a whole nother level to singing that I've never really been able to do before. So
Oh,
I feel
wow.
like it'd be really fun.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's hard. It takes nerves. If you could do that, you could do anything. You could do anything. But you just got to trust yourself. Go
Yeah.
out there and try it. You know, do you belong to a church?
I do. I belong to Refinery in downtown Brea, and they're a really small church, but they're super, they're very tight knit, and they're just actually starting out. So they're a really awesome church, and they have an amazing youth group there too. So.
Wow. So maybe you want to talk to the director and have him let you do songs
That would
every
be
now
awesome.
and then.
Yeah.
You could do them. I mean, and that'll build up. Wow, to build up your confidence, your self-esteem, everything,
Yeah.
because you right there. And who better to perform in front of than people that you know? You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you make a mistake, they're not gonna dog you out. You know, hey, that's
They're just to
okay.
be supportive.
Yeah, you okay? Just do it again.
Yeah.
You know, so I recommend that. I used to tutor rappers
Oh wow,
when I worked at.
that's awesome.
I used to promote at Scientology, and they would allow us to come in and bring groups. But the groups
Wow.
got too big. You know, we were doing shows where we had like 25 acts at a time.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was too big. It would just take up too much time. So we broke it down, and what I learned to do, I started doing comedians with my rappers.
Wow.
But then I got into bands because I play bass. So I was doing bands, comedians, and rappers.
Wow.
So then the R&B singers heard about what we were doing. So now R&B, rappers, bands, and comedians.
Wow.
You know, and I would like to think I did the first American Idol. My show was called One Love.
Wow.
It was just like American Idol, but it was 1990 when we did that. So that's a long, long, long time ago. But we put people out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we had some really good acts. So I don't know. My partner, my producer, we were talking about doing it again. You know, just to give people exposure. You know.
Yeah.
But this show will get you a lot of exposure on social media. It's an internet podcast show that I decided to make a live podcast because I saw how podcast shows were working out. And people were like viewing the show, million hits, million
Wow.
views. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's more than 5,000.
A lot more.
Yeah, you know. So that's what I intended for the show. So when
That's
they hear
amazing.
you sing, when everybody hear the little angels sing,
Oh, you're
you
so
know,
sweet.
and they gonna start, hey, can we get Alba to perform at our show? She's so cool, you know. So you got to be prepared for that.
I'm ready.
You know.
I'm ready.
Anybody out in the audience you want to shout out to?
I would love to shout out to my really good friend Darian, who's an amazing artist. He actually was in my music video.
Okay.
He is an amazing actor and singer and musician.
Okay.
He is so talented, so I'd love to shout out to him. And I'd love to shout out to my singing coach, Michael Orland and Gayla Gold, and Manny Mejias, because if it wasn't for all those people, I wouldn't be even sitting in this chair. So it means the world.
What?
And my mom.
Okay. I was gonna get on
my
you.
mom.
I was gonna get on you. Got to put mom up there now.
And
you know,
my mom for being so
because you know
supportive.
what? A lot of moms don't encourage their children to do this.
Yeah.
And just by her support, before my mom passed away, 7 months ago, I had wrote my first book, got my mixed martial arts book published.
Wow.
And the company put it on social media to let people see it. My mama died the same day. She died the same day. And she was the one to tell me, go for your dreams, do it, you know?
Yeah.
You never know what could happen. Keep doing it. Don't give up.
Yeah.
She said, don't give up. It's gonna get hard. That's life. You're gonna have competition. That's life. All you gotta focus is on yourself
Yep.
and continue to practice.
That's what my mom always says to me.
You could do it.
Yeah.
You could do it, you know? What advice would you give a young artist coming into the business?
I would say to stay true to who you are and to just do it for yourself and nothing else. Because if you do it for yourself and you just be yourself at all times and or you're doing it because you love it. And if you do it for that, you will have so much more appreciation for what you're doing, and you'll be able to enjoy the moment, and you'll be able to just go farther, I feel like. You'll be able to touch so many other people, and you're just gonna be able to enter a whole nother boundary.
Tell us about the doctors. How was that experience like?
That was amazing. I was with Champions Against Bullying, who represented me, and I was with another girl named Emily, and we were both bringing awareness to teen bullying, and I've been bullied, so we both shared our experiences, and just kind of helped educate and bring awareness, and it was just a really amazing experience to be able to do that and outreach to so many people, and just be able to share that. It was a really amazing, down-to-earth
I think one of
experience.
the biggest things when you're being bullied, to be able to talk about it and get it out.
Yeah,
Share it with other kids, because you never know who else is being bullied.
exactly.
So how would you do that? How would you share that with a classmate or someone at your school?
I mean, I definitely would do it with someone that you're close to or that you're comfortable with doing that with, and then I would definitely just kind of, share little experiences that you've had, and maybe ask them if they've ever had anything like that happen to them, because then you'll be able to kind of gauge if they are being bullied, and if they aren't, then maybe they have a friend that's being bullied, and maybe it will inspire them to help get that figured out and maybe even have it be resolved. Because I think that it is such an important thing to be able to be a role model and to be able to outreach, because it helps inspire and it helps bring awareness and just do that. You know what I mean? It just helps really open eyes and helps kids be able to stand up for themselves or inspire a kid to stand up for them. So.
I know one of the things when a child is being bullied at school, they don't want to tell the teachers. Why do you think so?
I think because sometimes it's nerve-wracking. I don't know. I feel like it's not always like the kid's first place because it feels unsafe or uneasy sometimes. I feel like teachers are a source where they're teaching you something, so sometimes it's like there's more judgment, if that makes sense. And I feel like if you were to go to a maybe like a recess advisor or your faculty advisor, something like that, where they get you on more of an emotional level. I feel like that may be a safer place, because I feel like that's a place that most kids go to. But I wish kids were able to go to their teachers, because they're the ones that are seeing it or are around it the most. I just feel like they don't, because it's just more of a judgment, sometimes, based area, if that makes sense.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you feel you were bullied? Jealousy, envy? And the reason why I'm talking about bullying in school, because people don't.
Yeah.
And you've had kids that have gotten killed in schools, and the school boards make up excuses. One of the little boys that got killed, he got punched, fell and hit his head on the concrete and died. And no one had the answers.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a great plan. Do the faculty members ever get the kids together and listen to what they're saying, or do they just call the shots themselves?
I feel like, well, at my school, at my old school, we had, and this helped a lot. I actually really wish that a lot of schools would also do this, is we had a sexual battery and bullying campaign where they came out, and all the police came out, and they helped do a presentation about it.
Okay.
And they just really broke it down for us and said, this is what this is, and this is what this is, and this is what this is. And they actually broke it down. And I think that if we had that in our schools, it would really help us be able to identify when being bullied, or when being, whenever you have those experiences happening. And I think that it would just really help help kids understand what's happening, so that they can evaluate that, and then hopefully, see a way out.
You're doing really well.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet.
You write your own music?
I'm trying to
You're
right
trying
now.
to?
My single, I had a co-writer, and his name is Peter Oliver, and he is amazing. And that was because it was my first song. I had never done this before. I had never written music before. So he kind of helped show me the ropes. And then now I'm starting to write music on my own. I've actually started writing music with my friend Darian, and we're just trying to collaborate. I'm trying to collaborate with a bunch of different artists and
Is it
do what
more
I can.
upbeat, uplifting,
Yeah.
or low-key, slow music?
I'm trying to do more upbeat music. I love happy music, especially because I feel like I'm more of a happy person. But I think that whatever kind of comes to me when I'm writing, I think would kind of see where my music kind of lies.
Do you play an instrument?
I'm learning guitar, and I'm learning the keyboard.
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm starting kind of,
In the middle.
yeah.
That's good. What song are you going to do for us later on?
I'm going to be doing my single, Mine, and it is a upbeat song about my boyfriend.
Oh, you got a boyfriend, huh? Mom,
My mom,
Alba got a boyfriend.
my mom actually, and his mom are best friends.
Oh,
so it works
that's
out.
You're already family.
Exactly.
You're already the family. Okay, well, everyone, we'll be right back with Autumn and her single, Mine. I'm Iceberg. You're chilling with Ice on the Iceberg Hour. Please give it up for the talented Autumn Abba.
Thank you. I would like to dedicate this song to Malcolm and my mom and my dad. I want you to be mine. I want to tell you all my secrets. When I look into your eyes, tell me, boy, can you see it? You know I'm just a girl, and I just want to say that you are my whole world, and I just want to stay with you. We can wake up early, we can stay up late. I just wanna take my time with you. Yeah, I just want you, baby. I want you to myself, and that's okay. I don't want no one else to call you, baby. You're my
You always know my weakness. It gets me every time. Whatever you feel, I feel it. You know I'm just a girl, and I just wanna say that you are my whole world, and I just wanna stay with you. We can wake up early, we can stay up late. I just wanna take my time with